So I made a U-part. This is my first one. The hair that I used is Janet Collection, and I got the wavy, like a wet and wavy, and I straightened it because what I realized is that when you get wet and wavy or curly hair or something like that, it gives you more bulk. Like it gives you more body if you straighten it and curl it. So yeah, that was a really good idea. I got the wet and wavy Janet Collection in the color number 4. It's a human hair blend. It's premium quality. It's a blend, but it skips 16 inches for some reason. So they only have it in like a 12, 14, and an 18. So this is an 18-inch. Straightened is like 20, 22 inches. Like it's crazy long. But I cut it, so yeah, it's not as long. But it was like down to like down my back when I first got it. It was super super long, but I didn't want hair that long. This is long enough. Um, so yeah, I made this wig like a long long time ago, but I'm actually finally catching up to show you guys. So I made this wig, and I have clips in right here and right here, one up here in the back, and then one right here in the back of my head, and then I have two like other little mini clips on the sides just for extra security. I'm not trying to have it go nowhere, but I did sew it around my crown up here. I sewed it. My hair is braided underneath. My sister did a really badass braid pattern. Like, we fight all the time, but I love her to death. She's like a beast when it comes to doing cornrows and braids or whatever. So yeah, it's on and it's secure. I left out my sides, which I never do, but I've been watching. Okay, I've been watching. What's that show? I think it's like Lala's Full Court Life with Lala Vasquez or Lala Anthony now. And I know she's wearing a U-part, y'all. I know she's wearing a U-part. Like, kudos to her, because whatever the hell she's wearing is bomb, you know. But I know she's wearing a U-part, and I always notice she has her edges out. And it looks so natural. Like, it looks beautiful when she has them out, and, you know, her leave out and everything. It just looks like it's her own hair growing straight out of her head, you know. So that encouraged me, because I never do leave my sides out, but that encouraged me to actually leave my sides out. And it's really cool because the other day I actually pulled this up like in a ponytail, like half up, half down. It was cool. It looked good. So yeah, I did that. This is my leave out. It's actually a pretty big portion of my leave out. This isn't hair right here. I burned myself with curling iron, y'all. Right here, if you can see it. I'm pointing to the wrong way. Right here. I burned myself with a curling iron. You know, gotta get them edges straight, okay? But yeah, my leave out is probably about this wide, like this. It looks like that. Cause I don't know, I just wanted a little more hair out. I did put two pieces, just two, one on each side, underneath, like supporting pieces, so that there wasn't. Cause what I've noticed is sometimes when your natural hair is too straight, which mine is, you will get a bump. Like you can see the bump of the U part, no matter how flat it is or whatever, you can see it. So I did put a track, like two tracks on each side underneath. And I don't know if you can tell. I mean, you can still see, but it just looks like my hair has a lot of body, maybe, like a lot of volume, rather than like, oh, she's wearing U part. So yeah, that's what I did. I'm sorry, I'm moving around a lot. I had coffee. I'm kind of hyper. But that's what I did. The hair is, I have, let's see, that 20-inch or whatever, the 18. I also have a 16 in here somewhere, and in my bangs and stuff like that, it's 10. Yeah, 10. 10-inch. The color that I wear is always the same. It's not gonna change. You don't have to ask. It is a 4. I always have on a 4. Like, yeah, medium brown. That's it. I always have it on. I do switch it up from F430 with highlights or just a plain 4, but you can best believe that's all you're going to see me in. I don't go any darker or lighter ever. So, yeah, that's just what it is. I'm a really big fan of these U-parts, like a really, really big fan, because through getting the sew-ins, I've noticed that my scalp gets really dry. Like, my scalp gets extremely dry. Like, I can't hold grease on my scalp for nothing. So the U parts are a lot of help because you can take them on and off. I can take them on and off. I sweat in my head, you know, when I'm trying to work out or whatever. So it's nice to be able to take it off and wash your hair underneath and wash the wig. You don't have to worry about, you know, smelly weaves and stuff like that, or your hair breaking off, because when you brush and pull and comb sew in, like, I don't know if y'all experience it, but that back piece, like if you do that net, like the basket thing where it's like in a circle, your braids are, that back piece of hair, from brushing it and it gets all tangled up, I swear that piece always, it be hanging like down my neck. Like, I'm afraid that when I take my sewing down sometimes it's gonna come off completely. So, and there's nothing, like, even if I just have it in for a week, I guess, like, I comb my hair too rough or something, but yeah, sometimes there's nothing I can do. It's like inevitable. So, this is just a lot more functional. Like, when I woke up this morning, all I had out was my leave out and my sides. I was looking hella crazy, like, because everything else was braided. I was looking like really crazy, and I swear within like, it only took me 15 minutes. I sewed on the top, put my clips in, like pushed them in, and then straightened and curled my leave out and my bangs, and bam, like, I'm on my way, you know what I mean? And like, if I had to say so myself, I think this looks pretty good. Like, I'm on my way to class, you know, I'm not trying to be like a fashion model, but I think just for going to class, like, this looks damn good, you know? So I would definitely suggest to anyone that's curious about it or whatever, like, try it. As far as making them, I'd probably never do a tutorial on making a Upart wig, just because it takes too damn long for me to do it, because I have nails and sewing, and like my fingers get all swollen, like these fingers, I couldn't write for like 3 days. So it's just a really long process. But what I will do is I will show you a Upart wig that I made. I made a curly one, but I'm not wearing it very much because like the curly look isn't for me. I thought it was, just because I've never tried it. Like, yeah, I know I'm 24 years old and I've never had curly hair ever. So yeah, I just wanted to try it and see what it looked like, and I figured the Upart was the best way then to get a sewing, because I'd be pissed if I sewed that in and then took it out because I didn't like it. So I'll show you. It does look kind of ratty because I just kind of took it off. I didn't really like comb it out or anything. But this is it. This is her. You see, I'm pulling it away the other way. Yeah, this is her. She's just kind of like a curly, wavy. I usually just combed it out and like made it really puffy because it looked cool that way to me. But yeah, this is her. That's the U or whatever. Let's see. I'm trying to like hold this and hold my laptop at the same time. It's really heavy. It's 17 inches. But there, you can see it. That's the Upart. This one I actually did a really decent job on the top part of it. This one isn't, the one that I have on isn't so great. But yeah, you can see this is it. That's how it looks. It lays really, really flat. Like, this is super flat, way flatter than what I have on. So I didn't really have to worry about covering it very much. But yeah, this is it. And I use the weaving cap with the like the sides and the straps, and then those little bendable things on the side over here sticking out. But I use the weaving caps just because for me, like, it seems easier to have something to sew to, like where I can look at it, like with the little holes that they have in the mesh weaving caps. It's easier for me to be like, okay, this is where you're sewing to, and it gives me a really good start point because it has that, it has this in the back. Like, can you see it? It has this thing, this little, it's a nape basically. That's what it looks like, a nape. So it gives me a really good guide as to where I can begin sewing and stuff like that. And then too, all around the sides, like, I just love that. Like, it just works for me, you know. I actually did a much better job on this one than I did on the one that I have on. It's kind of all over the place. I just got in how I fit in, you know, on this one. But yeah, that's my Upart wig. This hair, in case you're wondering, it looks kind of ratty, so I don't know if anybody's wondering. But it's Clair Hair. It is an F430. No, it's just a 4. I'm sorry, it's just a 4. And it's one of those packages, like, it's 5 pieces, does the whole head type thing. And yeah, it came in a 16-inch, 14, 12, and a 10-inch. And then there's base that give you like extra bang pieces. I didn't use any of the bang pieces, and I used all the length. I didn't use much of the 10, but I did use all of the length, and I still have a lot of hair left over. And the only thing is that I would tell you guys is the 16 inch is like 2 tracks maybe, like on the wig. It came out to maybe like 2 or 3. So it didn't look right. It looked like I had a Jerry curl basically. Like all this was long and then it was like bam, like bush all around the side. Because the 14, 12, and 10 really blended in well together, but the 16 didn't. So what I did was I took the 16-inch pieces out and sewed in some more like 14 on the bottom, and I put the 16 on the top, so it just became like a bob fro type thing. I'll show you guys the pictures. I did take lots of pictures in it, so I'll show you pictures. I also will show you pictures of this one if I can find it, like in that stage where it's off my head. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to be doing some product reviews. I got some new stuff, so I'm going to show you that. Again, this is Janet Collection and Harlem 125 in the top. And the color is the F430. I do have the highlights in. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, let me know. If you are in the Texas area, like San Antonio, I'm getting really good at making the Upart. So if you want to try one and you want one, like we can work something out. I have no problem making them for somebody. So, because I make them here locally. So, yeah, if you have any questions, need anything, let me know. Again, thank you guys for subscribing and commenting and everything else. Like, I really appreciate it. You guys have been so nice. And I try to comment back, but sometimes YouTube be tripping. So don't think I'm snubbing you or whatever if I don't comment back. I really appreciate your feedback. Well, I need to get to class, so you guys have a great day. And, yeah, enjoy your Upart wigs if you're wearing one. Bye.